Hi, friends. We have been learning all about plants and we learned all about animals before that. So now we're going to learn about different habitats. Can you say habitat? Today we're going to learn about the first habitat, the woodland. A habitat is a place where animals and plants live together. Say that word with me. Habitat. Habitat. So first we learned about the animals and the plants, and now we're going to learn about where they live together. Animals find all the things they need to survive in their habitat. Animals find food, water, and shelter. These are the animals' needs. You knew that already. Plants can also find the things that they need to survive in their habitat too. Remember, plants find nutrients in the soil, air, water, and light. Those are the plant's needs. So the animals and the plants can find what they need in our habitat. My friends say habitat. Good job. Now remember, you're going to learn new words. My friends, can you say bank? Bank is the edge of a body of water, like a stream. My friends say damp. That means just a little bit wet. So if you wash your hair and go outside, it might be a little bit damp. My friends say fragile. That means something that can easily be broken and it's not strong. Like the cookie jar at grandma's house is fragile, so if you drop it, it will break. My friends say hike. Hike means walking outside for a long time. You can hike up a mountain. My friends say shady. Shady means hidden or covered from the sun. Remember, we learned that large trees give us shade when it's hot outside. And my friends say tiptoe. That means to walk very quietly on your toes. Tiptoe, shady, hike, fragile, damp, bank. This is a picture of a woodland habitat. The woodland is also sometimes called the woods or the forest. The woodland habitat has many trees and lots of thick leaves and branches. It is shady under all of the trees in the woodland. There are plants everywhere. Lots of animals find shelter in their homes in these plants that live in the woodlands. Let's listen and find out what types of plants and animals live here. Look and listen carefully to see if you can remember some of the animals and plants in our pictures, because I'm going to ask you the name of them when we're done reading. My friends say woodland habitat. Look all around. Do you see the tall trees? Do you see the lush green ferns? Do you see the path leading into the shady forest? We see the woodland habitat, but you can't see me. I'm hiding in my nest, high up in a tree. But I would love to climb down and meet you. Did you hear someone talking? Who was that? Can you take a guess and think of who might be living up in the tree in the woodland? Let's turn the page and see who's talking to us. Hi, my name is Suma Squirrel. Welcome to my woodland habitat. Today, I'm going for a hike in the woods to visit my plant and animal friends who live here with me. I've got my trusty walking stick to help me keep my balance as I hop over the logs and the bushes. I'm going to walk quietly and carefully down the path and see what I can see. Is that a deer peeking from behind that tree? I bet he's searching for some delicious green leaves to eat for lunch. I wonder what else I will see on my hike today. Friends, on the last page, we guessed about who was talking. It was Suma Squirrel. Suma Squirrel is going to be the narrator of our story. She's going to take us on a walk in the woodland, which is the habitat where she lives. Suma already spotted a blue jay and a deer at the beginning of her walk. Those are two animals that live here in the woodlands with Suma Squirrel. What else do you think she might see? Uh-oh, I better tiptoe quietly through the forest. I certainly wouldn't want to bother the black and white skunk that is there on that log. It might try to scare me away by lifting its tail and spraying a stinky spray. And over by that fern, I see a furry rabbit sniffing the air with his nose. I think it's trying to smell the scent of the other animals nearby. I will walk very carefully so I do not disturb the birds building their nest in the trees. My friend, what do you see in this picture? Pause here. Name an animal or plant that you see in this woodland habitat. Skunk, rabbit, bird, bear, trees. Up in the branches of a tree, I see a robin's nest built out of sticks and grass. It is filled with fragile blue eggs that will hatch into chicks. The baby robins will be very hungry for worms once they hatch from their eggs. This picture shows us a nest that these robins built in a tree. This nest keeps the eggs safe, and this nest keeps the baby birds safe and provide them with shelter. What do you think? What can you see that this nest is made out of? Where do you think they got that from? I see sticks and twigs and grass from trees and from the woods. Just over there in another tree is a mother bear and her cubs. Maybe they're climbing the tree to look for some delicious honey to eat. These are bear cubs. Cubs are baby bears. Just like at Keeble, you're a cub. They are with their mother bear hunting for food. In the woodland habitat, mother bears and their bear cubs climb trees to look for honey. Remember, animals need food, water, and shelter to stay alive and stay healthy. Can you tell me what need are these bears looking for? Not water, not shelter. Food. Good job. They're looking for honey. Farther down the path, I see two baby skunks playing on a log. One has its tail raised into the air. I better creep away slowly so I don't disturb them. A skunk stays safe in the woodland habitat by spraying a stinky spray at other animals so they won't get close to it. Show me what you would do if you smell a skunk spray. Oof. I think I'll stop for a minute and take a peek inside this log resting on the cool, damp forest floor. I see many forest animals making their homes near this log. The raccoon likes to hide and rest inside the log during the day. When the sun sets and goes down, it will venture out into the forest to find something to eat. In front of the log, I see a spider spinning its sticky web. It will wait patiently and try to catch insects for its dinner. Friends, this picture shows a log that fell from a tree. There are many animals that live in this log. Can you see the plants and animals you see living near the log? What do you see? I see the raccoon, the spider, the beetle, a mouse, and some ants. Remember, these are insects. Wow! If I use my magnifying glass to look closely at the trunk of this tree, I can see mushrooms and soft green moss growing. Mushrooms are a tasty treat that I love to eat. Friends, Suma Squirrel sees all of the mushrooms with her magnifying glass. Animals can eat mushrooms. Have you eaten mushrooms before? Maybe on a pizza? Good. My friends, remember, you should never pick or eat the mushrooms that you find growing outside. My magnifying glass is the perfect tool for investigating some of the tiny insects that are making their homes in plants that live in the forest. If I look closely, I can see an army of ants crawling all over this rotten log. I can also see beetles munching on fresh green leaves. Friends, remember, insects are bugs that come in all colors and shapes. They have 6 legs. Can you think of any other insects? Maybe ladybugs, flies, or mosquitoes, right? Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. If I listen very carefully, I can hear water rushing over rocks and logs. I think I have hiked all the way to a stream that's running through the forest. Many animals come to the stream to get a drink of water or to hunt for food. Slurp, slurp, slurp. I hear a deer lapping up water to drink. Rap, rap, rap. I hear the beak of a woodpecker as he drills into the bark of a tree, trying to find insects to eat. I'll take a closer look and see what else I can see near the stream. Friends, look at all of these animals near the stream of water in the woodlands. What animal do you see? Awesome. I see the snake and the fox and the bird and the deer. Right over there on that warm rock, a snake has found a spot to sun itself. The snake is keeping its body warm by soaking up heat from this rock. Snake. Right nearby, a fox is wading into the stream to get a drink. After it gets a drink, it will stand as still as a stone and wait to try to catch a fish. Farther down the stream, I see a mother deer and her fawn that have come to the bank of the stream to quench their thirst. I think they might hear me talking because they're pricking their ears as if they hear a sound. I'm going to leave slowly and quietly so I do not disturb them in their woodland home. I sure am tired after that long hike in the woods. I think I'm going to find some acorns and berries to eat for dinner and return to my nest in my tree. There, I will be safe in the shelter of my home, and I can eat some dinner and take an afternoon nap. I can't wait to tell my brother Sammy Squirrel about all of the animals and plants I saw today in our very own woodland habitat. Friends, Suma Squirrel was a tour guide today as she took us around her woodland habitat. Let's all wave to Suma Squirrel to say goodbye. She was our wonderful tour guide in this place. Remember, this is the Woodland Habitat. Can you say woodland? Awesome job. Bye, Suma Squirrel.